Guys, welcome to High Desert RC Crawlers. Today on the bench we have SCX24 and the Chevy body. So this one, guys, this build is going to be basically titled Facebook Marketplace Finds. I found this on Facebook Marketplace local. Guy's selling it for $100. Already got it modded out. Servo, high clearage linkage, beadlock wheels, tires. Not a super lot done to it, but you guys know that these things go for $150 brand new, no mods. I picked this up for $100 with a remote, battery, all the electronics are there, high clearance linkage, like I said, beadlocks, wheels, upgraded servo, upgraded steering linkage, all that kind of stuff, dude. It's a great place to find stuff that people might not be wanting or trying to get rid of, to maybe start a new project or just getting out of the hobby altogether. So I'm going to take this build and we're going to change it. We're going to change it into something completely different. Seeing how I got it for $100, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a budget, not too much, say maybe $60, and see what I can do with it. So far, what we're going to do is we're going to put on these little guy racing Swamp Kings, right? Yep. We're going to put these on. We're going to change out the beadlocks. We're going to take off these tires. We're going to put the Swamp Kings on. Get a little bit more ground clearance, a little bit more aggressive look. I do have a motor that I got from Hobby Fans. So I got a 2-pack for a really good price. One of these is going to go in baby blue build, and the other one's going to go in this here. So, you know, $10 for a motor. You guys all know what Swamp Kings cost you, so I think I already blew my budget there, but I think it's going to be worth it. Decided to go a little over budget. But yeah, $9 for a motor, not bad. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to change out the entire look of this vehicle. We're going with an aluminum kind of buggy chassis. It's going to be the buggy build. So we're going to get this all put together, and we're going to change everything out. We're going to make it more of a buggy versus a truck. Now, don't get me wrong, I love these old style Chevy bodies, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hopefully I can find some use for this body. If not, it'll be just probably displayed in my collection. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get everything changed out. Got this kit off of Amazon for, I want to say, like $18, $19 in that ballpark. $10 for motor. I'm at 20-something dollars there, and then $18.50 a piece for the tires, so 20, 40, close to 60, almost $70. So I'll give myself a $70 budget. So yeah, I'll leave the links in the description below for all the stuff that I got, where I got it from. But I think this is going to look pretty good once we're done. Get it all put in, all put together. So we'll get to work on putting this chassis together and getting this stripped down and put on. Let's see where we go. Alright, stay tuned, guys. I think this thing's gonna look pretty sick. There's a lot of options. A lot of shock options there. Looks like we're gonna have to nut and bolt the shock positions of the shocks, but we'll get it figured out. Not a problem. Yeah, stay tuned. Alright, guys, well, we got the chassis off. Pretty much gutted it out. Working on getting this together. I will tell you this, with no instructions, it's a kind of a pain. Working through it, looking up some videos, so we'll get it figured out. But yeah, I think we're gonna look pretty sick. So yeah, we're gonna get the rest of this strip down. I'm gonna get the motor put in, and we'll go from there. But yeah, getting it all stripped down, get the electronics in, get this built, get it all put back together. Stay tuned. Take two. See, we got all the chassis back together. So the easiest way I found to do it, obviously strip everything out. If you're going to install a new motor, whatever you need to do in there, strip your chassis all the way down. Put your motor in your transmission, and then the easiest way to line up all this stuff that I found was to take the one side plate, mount it with your 2 screws, and kind of just build off of that. That way it's stable on the skid, and you can kind of line up all the stuff. You can put your cross plate in for your electronics and your battery. I found that putting the plate on the crossbars before you put it in is a lot easier. That way you can get your holes lined up. Also too, with your roof plate, if you decide to get this kit, drill out the holes a little bit bigger and allow you to line up the screws. I don't have them all the way tight yet because I want to put a battery in it and check all the electronics before I button it all up. But as you can see, it looks pretty good. You got a multitude of shock locations. All these holes are good for shocks. Eventually I will probably upgrade these shocks. This is an old set I had kicking around. The ones that are on there were pretty worn out. These ones are a little bit better. So kind of still stock, obviously stock shock, but a little bit more life left in them before I have to upgrade and get a new set. Another thing too, with the extra bars, I noticed some people were saying on the internet, the easiest way, because these holes aren't threaded, you need a nut in a nut on the back side. But these bars act as nuts, so you can basically put the bar wherever you want your shock location to be, and that'll be added support for the frame as well as mounting your shock, so you don't need that nut on the back side. As you can see, the front shock's mounted there. That's a support bar. Rear shock's mounted there, and then I got 2 support bars in the back as well. But yeah, put the plate on the one side, kind of get everything lined up, and then just kind of go through, loosely put them in. Once you get everything where you're at, go back through, snug everything up, and you're good to go. So that's pretty much done there. Mounting up the tires, as you can see, a huge difference in size. So I think we're going to have a really cool looking car when we're done. I was going through and trying to figure out how I can add a little bit more weight to it on stuff I had kicking around, and I had these brass weights that were going to go in baby blue, but unfortunately they don't work with these rims. The way that these bead locks work, there's a lot of bigger screws back there. They're the what are they? A 1.5 head screw in the back, so it doesn't allow that to lock in place. So those are going to be out. I am going to put a brass front diff on I had kicking around from another build, so I'm going to put that on, give it a little bit more weight in the front, because this is a little bit on the back side heavy. So add a little bit more weight to the front to keep it from flipping during the while you're crawling. So yeah, we're going to get the rest of the tires mounted up. We'll get the brass diff cover on, and we'll touch base once we're done with that. Alright, well, it's done. Got all the electronics in, tires all mounted up. Stock shocks don't allow for a lot of flex, but looks darn cool. Got the battery in the front there. You got your motor, ESC, ECU, whatever it's called, the receiver. Like I said, easiest way to do this is put that plate on. But once you get everything kind of lined up, it's kind of tricky to plug the battery in. So what you kind of have to do is, if you leave, get these two mounted 2 screws for the roof and leave these a little bit loose so you can flip it up, get in there and plug your battery in, and you can close it down and throw a screw in or two, and she's ready to rock. I checked out all the electronics, everything works, steering works, motors forward, backwards, everything's working awesome. Got the diff cover put in. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I can't wait to get this one on the course and see what it does with these stock shocks. I think it's not going to allow too much. I just play around with the angles and stuff until we get something perfect, but not bad. Pretty good build. Fairly easy. Only took me maybe start to finish 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Got the motor wire zip tied up there. All the electronics running underneath, nice and neat. So yeah, we'll get this thing plugged in on the course and see how it does.
Kind of tippy.
fix that tip. That's all I want to do is flip over now.
Alright, so I had to switch over to a little voiceover on this part of the video. So this obstacle is Gatekeeper, and yeah, she's been keeping a lot of people out. So we'll see how she does, and a little bit of a struggle. A lot of the rubbing noise you hear throughout the video is the tires rubbing on the shocks. And the dirt's really, really loose. Got up the side. Working on putting some run-ups to these obstacles because the dirt is so loose out here in the high desert. Um, Tires just can't get any grip on obstacles. And you can see how close those tires are to the shocks and all the rubbing you're hearing. Well, you did hear. So this is the early beginnings of my course in my backyard. Still a work in progress. Again, I apologize for my audio and video skills here. I'm still learning the processes of editing and all that stuff. So appreciate you guys watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel. Trying little full speed bursts at these. Gatekeeper's been a real pain in the butt for a lot of the crawlers I have. Well, stay tuned, guys. This build's going to be obviously the Facebook budget build, but I'm going to name this car the Punisher. Pretty sure it'll get some upgrades, but I kind of just wanted to see what I could do on a $70 budget with a vehicle I found on Facebook Marketplace. So, but like I said, please like and subscribe if you like the content, and stay tuned. I'm pretty sure Punisher will be getting some upgrades.